the tomb of the 300 Spartans at Thermopylae in Greece, what the excavations revealed. Now we know that the 300, as you saw the movie, the 300, King Leonidas of Sparta and the 300 Spartans who came to an area north of Athens called Thermopylae, the Hot Gates. It's called Hot Gates because there's fumaroles underneath. Even in the snowy, frozen winter seasons, you can see steaming fumaroles and little tiny geysers coming up from the ground. And that's because it's hot underneath. It's a volcanic area underneath. That's why it's called Hot Gates in that area. And that's where the ancient Spartans tried to stop or delay the Persians. And they were extinguished to the last man. And they achieved their goal. Their goal was to delay the Persians as much as possible, while the Greeks of Athens and the south were regathering and somehow improving their strategic plans as to how they would face the Persians. Now, this is the area, of course, where they were laid to rest. This is where they ended their lives. In June of 1939, the chief of the excavations at Thermopylae, Spiridon Marinatos, a distinguished archaeologist from and academician, followed the following important developments concerning the progress that they had made. The excavations at Leonidas Hill are completed. It is now, and I'm quoting what he said, it is now certain that the extensive fortifications of the Hellenistic era which had taken place on the hill have unfortunately destroyed the grave of the heroic 300s. Okay, so the grave has been destroyed. What the excavations at Thermopylae and the tomb of the 300 showed, therefore, almost all of the findings came from the slopes of the hill, where the soil was removed when the top was leveled. However, the latest findings include various bronze plates, which come from the crushed armor of the heroes of the 300. So they did find the bronze remainders of their spears and maybe their armor, but spears they did have. Now, of particular importance are the bronze bells, for we can say with certainty that they come from the shields of the 300s, which at that time were decorated with such bells. Little tiny bells. I wonder why they had bells on them. That's the first time I've ever heard that their spears had bells on them. Godoniscus, bells, yes, tiny bells, small bells. Also, the archaeological excavator brought to light a silver cup, no doubt of Persian origin, because according to the Herodotus testimony, the Persians had an abundance of gold and silver cups, of which we have found many archaeological excavations of Persian artifacts. Now, this news was published in the newspaper Asirmatos on June 17, 1939. And here we have the archaeologist Spiridon Marinatos over the area of where the tomb was. As you can see, it's a mess. I don't know if it was destroyed by a landslide. As we know, the standoff between the 300 Leonidas and the 300 Spartan warriors against the Persians was around 500 BC, so it was about 2,500 years ago. Now, I don't know if this was because of earthquakes or landslides, or maybe somebody grave robbers were trying to find unearthed artifacts under there. I don't know. But they have been destroyed. But they did find the shields and some bronze armor. And, of course, the silver cups. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.